Okay then, Mike. Let's have a look at these swings here then, okay? So the left-hand one we're looking at now on the yellow line there was your before. This is the sort of session that we started off with your swing. And we can see now when you swing the club, you obviously can't see grip pressure, but I think you can feel that in your own setup there. Your golf swing, as you go back, even before that club's gone back anywhere at the screen, your right knee and shin and hip are going through that yellow line. And there's quite a big slide there. And as you get to that, your left arm just got nowhere to go. There's no way your left arm can get anywhere above your head. It's quite a narrow, quite a cramped type swing, okay? So this part of your body now has moved outside the yellow line there. And from here now, it's going to be very difficult to get back to the golf ball and have your low point after the golf ball to therefore hit the ball and then the divot afterwards, okay? If you hit the ground from sort of this position, it's just going to be back here somewhere. So you fat it. And then what you end up doing then, because of your angles being quite steep, the club's hitting the ground for you pretty much guaranteed, you just slightly miss the ground and catch it cleanly-ish, yeah? And the ball's sat up on a nice bit of grass, you probably find you play better from the rough than the fairway when the ball just slightly sat up for you, yeah? Because you can pick it off the top of the rough, oh, it's great, or a tee peg on a par 3, yeah? And you probably tee your par 3 tees a little bit higher than we should do because you know you can make this move and just go, whoosh, flick it off the top, your low point being a little bit early, hit up on the golf ball, and it sails away lovely. When that ball is on a tight lie, especially in the summer, okay, and there's not much grass under the ball, we just see the old sort of knuckle balls along the fairway all the time going a bit too low, okay? So that was your old swing, okay? This new one here now, okay, on the right. I just do these are kind of your practice swings you're making here now. You can sort of see that turn of your hip there. There's a little bit of a slide there, but certainly not as much as it was before. The arm movement, pushing those arms away, will come with a bit of practice, okay? Because you're used to just doing this anyway. You've been focusing on this right hip. If this right hip moves better, your arms will be able to get a lot higher. If the right hip doesn't work better, no matter how much you try to get your arms higher, they physically can't do it. So you've got to work on what's going to be able to work first to get the next sequence of the golf swing to improve, yeah? So these are sort of the practice swings you're making. Then when you got to the golf ball here now, after a couple of practice swings, drag the ball in. This is going to be the sequence I want you to sort of practice at home, okay? So feet together, as you did, and then come in there. Before you kind of set your feet, so the club there, you sort of put both hands on before your feet will kind of get, you can obviously, your feet are just desperate to try and get there, but there was probably a split second where you're putting your right hand on there and then your right foot kind of moves back there. So there was a kind of club first, then grip and posture, and then feet. There was some order to that. It was a little bit kind of almost at the same, like a dead heat, but yeah, we're getting in that direction, okay? So once you're there in that setup sequence, and that's with every single club, grip, and then the feet. Once you're in that setup sequence, okay, we're going to think looser in the grip, especially in that right thumb there. I'm not going to squeeze that club down. If your nails are going red, you've probably got a slight pressure issue there, so just loosen that, and that will take the pressure off this right arm. Okay, if you're bending that right arm, which you should do, the arm's tight, it's going to really, really contract and get very hard to be very loose in the swing, okay? Then I said the swing thought now, this is where the practice is going to come in. We're going to focus on moving that hip better, okay? So we watch this swing here now. Yeah? Those two movements there now. And look how much longer the backswing is. Look how much taller you look. This one here looks like you're sort of cramping down here and quite narrow, and again, the swing's very short. Like I say, in time, that arm I would want to see sort of a little bit higher up there. Not worry about keeping it straight, because again, keeping something straight is going to create tension and you trying to lock it out, okay? The arms will just get used to lifting once that hip can turn better, okay? So focus primarily on that right hip, turning and twisting. And then really, if you look at the sort of the follow-throughs on these, we get rid of all the lines. This on the left was your follow-throughs. You came to the golf ball there now. You can see a bit of a slide there, a bit of a kind of what we call classic old reverse, which puts a little bit of pressure on that lower back. Yeah, if you're doing that, it's not going to enjoy it. The right foot's not really coming through. And again, very much sort of classic hitting the ground behind the golf ball. Compare that to this one where you're able to move it better. Your body's able to move a lot further. The club's able to rack over your left shoulder. You're getting a little bit more weight kind of on that front foot. Just everything's a bit more this way as opposed to kind of leaning back. And again, take that pressure off that lower back if we can do, okay? So summarise all that in one go. Looser grip. There's a sequence set up, club, grip, feet, and then just practice that in front of a mirror or reflection somewhere. So club, grip, feet and comfortable. Once they're in comfort, then you've established the distance from the ball, yeah? Club, grip, feet, not your feet first. Feet go first, you get in the distance. You'll be right sometimes, but you'll be wrong more often than not. And that's the thing, if you're wrong, your variable's going to be all over the place, yeah? And then you're trying to adjust to that mistake each and every time.
I noticed both before and after that this shoulder is way higher than this shoulder.
Yeah, it will be, because you're on an angle there, aren't you? Yeah. When you swing through, this shoulder will be a little bit higher. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that at all, that's fine. No, your left shoulder will, because you're slightly tilted over the golf ball as you turn through. In fact, your left side, you're going to be on a slight higher side that way, so that's not a problem at all, Mark. Okay, but then swing-wise, I say, that trail hip, we're going to turn it better, Look at this one here now, your right shoulder's higher, as you then twist through. Your left shoulder sort of will be a bit on the slightly higher side, so that's absolutely fine. So this is the main focus now, turning that right hip, say the hips, and obviously the shoulder, the torso. They're responsible for the club moving around your body. The arms are responsible for the lifting. You had the arms responsible for the club going around your body, and the hip trying to lift that club up. So you were doing the wrong job. Which is then, if you don't do your own job and do someone else's job, it's not going to work together very often. Every now and then it will do, just after enough shots and just the fact you've got a decent ability to hit a golf ball. You saw that, but you're making it harder for yourself. So you're standing to the golf ball different every time, and you've got your hips doing the job the arms should be doing, and vice versa. Good luck. It's not going to sink in that easy, and it's going to take you 4, 5, 6, 7 shots from the same spot to hit perfect shots over and over again. But on a golf course, as we well know, you only get one go at it, So if we can improve the quality of your bad shot by the body parts doing the job they should be doing, that's the key thing, All right? That make sense?
Yeah.
Good stuff, okay.